So today we are going to do a practice Edpuzzle, and we'll talk about what my expectations are for an Edpuzzle, and we'll walk through a practice one together so that way you are fully aware of what my expectations would be. So my expectations are for an Edpuzzle, you are watching it on your own, you are using your headphones, and you are listening actively. So anytime I am writing something down on the iPad, you are also writing it down on your paper. The other expectation I have is that you are fully watching until the very end. There is a part where you have to write down your level of understanding, and I'll talk about that in a little bit as well. So I just want you to be actively listening and actively taking notes. So we'll jump right in. Today's objective is going to be I can add rational numbers. So what are rational numbers? Rational numbers was a big part of last year. If you remember, in last year's 7th grade math, a lot of you dealt with rational numbers. What rational numbers are numbers that can be written as a fraction. So the first couple of days here today, we are going to review on how to add or subtract fractions. So remember, for adding fractions, we are going to need common denominators. Denominators are the numbers that are on the bottom of the fraction. Okay, so we'll talk a little bit about how to find common denominators and then go from there. So how do I add fractions? It's just 4 steps. I know fractions aren't everyone's favorite, but I'm willing to work with you and we'll get there together. Step 1 is you have to convert mixed numbers into improper fractions if you have to. Many times you'll be given them as improper fractions, and I'll talk about what an example is in a little bit. So a mixed number is a number that's like 1 and 1/2, where you have a whole number and a fraction next to it. If I'm given this, you have to convert this into an improper fraction first. How? Well, you multiply 2 times 1, and then you add the numerator. 2 times 1 is 2 plus 1 is 3, and you keep the denominator exactly the same. So 1 and 1/2 can be rewritten as 3/2. After you write these fractions as improper fractions, you are going to rewrite fractions using the common denominator. Okay, you need to find common denominators, and as I said, that is a number on the bottom. Step 3 is to add only the numerators. The numerators are the top numbers, and then the last step is to simplify if you need to. Okay, so let's talk about how do I do these steps, and we'll go from there. So example number 1, add 8/3 plus 5/6. Looks like I'm already given these as improper fractions, so I don't need to change anything. Let's find them as common denominators. Denominators, once again, are the numbers that are on the bottom, 3 and 6. Between 3 and 6, what is my least common denominator? It looks like it's going to be 6, right? If you're curious on how to find these common denominators, find multiples. I have 3, 6, 9, 12. For 6, I have 6, 12, 18, right? And you want to find the one that is the least that they both have in common. It looks like it is both 6. So I'm going to rewrite both of these to be out of 6. So now you have to rewrite this first one. How do I go from 3 to 6 by multiplying a number? I multiply it by 2, both on top and bottom. So whatever I do to the top, I also have to do to the bottom, and vice versa. 8 times 2 is 16. The second one, do I need to change it at all? No, because it's already over 6. I'm just going to copy that down. Now that I have common denominators, I'm just going to add the numerators, which are the numbers on top. 16 plus 5 is 21. Your denominators, you keep exactly the same. So you have 21/6. The last step is then to simplify, and that's what, if I ever write that down arrow, that's what that means. Looks like 21 and 6 are both divisible by 3. 21 divided by 3 is 7. 6 divided by 3 is 2. So my final answer is actually going to be 7/2. You can leave it like this. Or you could rewrite this as a mixed number. I would just leave it like this. So now that we kind of walked through one problem, remember, as always, feel free to pause and rewatch any portion of the video if I ever went too quickly or if you weren't able to copy it all down. This is a great time to always check your notes and make sure you are actively taking notes as well. Afterwards, if you're ready to move on, feel free to do number 1 on your own. All right, moving on, number 2, let's do another example. In this case, we are given a mixed number, so let's talk about what this is going to look like. Step 1, always convert it to be over 8. If I want common denominators, 8 and 3, I believe it's going to be 24, so I want to rewrite both of these to be out of 24. The first fraction, I multiply by 8/8 to get the denominator to be out of 24. The second one, I want to multiply by 3 and 3. So 8 times 7 is going to be 56. And 3 times 3 is 9. Now that I've rewritten these as common denominators, I can add straight across. 56 plus 9 is 65. 24, remember, it stays exactly the same. So that is how to do these as well. All right, and why don't you work on the next two on your own? A real quick hint for number 3 on your own. Remember, if you're given a whole number, what is a whole number as a fraction? 2 as a fraction is just going to be 2 over 1. So essentially for this one, I have 2 over 1 plus 7 over 2. Okay, so that's my hint for you, and then find common denominators and then add them, and then submit these answers onto the puzzle. All right, so now that we've gotten to the end, make sure you type in your level of understanding, 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5. And why don't you take a real quick look at this and then type in whatever number you are into the puzzle, and that is it. Make sure you press submit, and I will see you all later. Have a good one. Bye-bye.